Hunk is a 1987 comedy directed by Lawrence Bassoff and starring John Allen Nelson, Steve Levitt, Deborah Shelton, Rebeccah Bush, Paige Mosely, Hilary Shepard, Doug Shankin, Melanie Vincz, Avery Schreiber, and James Coco. The film opens in a beach house, and dear lord, that bed set is pure 80s. We're treated to a getting ready montage right out of the gate, and this is one hell of a conceited license plate.
Now, Mr. Golden, how can I help you?
Hunk. Call me Hunk for now.
Hunk Golden. Yep, that's his name. You sure we're not watching a porno? Goes to see a psychiatrist, Sonny Graves, because he is looking for Bradley Brinkman.
I'm Bradley Brinkman. On the inside, anyway.
And we get an origin story where hopefully his parents aren't murdered.
I always daydreamed about being one of those impossibly cool guys you see in the movies or commercials.
So we're getting a daydream and a flashback. Bradley gets hassled by his boss for being a terrible employee and has 2 weeks to come up with a computer program that makes money, as opposed to wanting him to create a program that doesn't make money. Ugh, dot matrix. I guess the 2 weeks have already passed.
Some kind of digital vulture appeared on my screen.
Twitter? And the computer starts writing a program for him, and it's a success!
What program?
The Uppy program, a multi-compatible lifestyle budgeting.
You wrote it? I can't live without mine.
Okay, boomers! Bradley now has the entire summer to write another program, and the film becomes a beach movie where Bradley rents this dump. He's here to investigate yuppies because 80s and leers at the women on the beach.
In my daydreams, all I had to do was wink and the women would come running. And there wasn't a beach full of tanned and toned competition either. The old bod definitely could have used a workout.
You could always use steroids. A neighbor named Chachka barges into Snoop and offers to show Bradley around, and she's also a kleptomaniac.
In the 70s, Mahatma Maharaji went bankrupt building the world's first and last condo commune. Now we've got yuppies. Who's next?
The millennials will be next. On the beach, Bradley sees Deborah Shelton not making out with Craig Wasson, and she's gone.
Time to meet the heavy hitters on the social circuit. Oh, you're in luck. They're all here.
Convenient! He's introduced to Coaster Royce, Alexis Cash, Skeet Mackelberger, and Laurel Springs. Those are some nice fucking names. There are a bunch of dicks offer to play volleyball with Bradley, and you know it's not going to end well.
Reach under the net. Huh? You don't run into the net. And you don't kick sand on an opposing player when he's down.
Yeah, that's pretty much bullying and a Charles Atlas ad. Bradley buys a bunch of yuppie shit for some reason and goes to the hot spot, the Sandcastle. They get Bradley shit and he invites them to an open house. I don't know why you would invite these assholes, but plot. He spots Deborah Shelton dancing and goes over to impress with his moves and his white belt. And she disappears. Hey, guess what? Nobody showed up for the party! Probably because you were serving food from a pet food bowl. Oh, look who did show up. Hopefully Craig Wasson isn't following her.
Bradley, a girl in my line works up a devilish thirst. Aren't you going to invite me to stay for a Perrier?
What? Is this a commercial break? Apparently we're not allowed to see people eat in this movie, and it turns out her name is O'Brien, she's from hell, and she's a licensed member of the Devil's Staff.
Who do you think inspired the Yuppie program?
Wait a minute. This was on my computer. You possessed my word processor that night?
No shit. She then makes him an offer. He can be a hunk in exchange for his soul. I thought you already had the soul for writing the program, but whatever.
And would you believe right now We have a no obligation, sell your soul for this summer trial offer.
Actually, it's not a bad deal. You have a great summer, then back out right before it expires. She whips out a hypodermic pen and it's no problem. That night, can he just wake up and poof? And here's your big reveal.
Hey, that's not Oscar. My best friend since the 7th grade is missing.
Oh, God. But wait, there's more. How about a new car? He hits the beach, meeting the assholes again, and more volleyball. And I guess he's good. He winds up getting into a fight and beats Skeet's ass. Now everyone is at his place eating leftovers. Hunk gets pulled away by Laurel and is sexually assaulted in the bedroom. That was the most unsexy sex scene I have ever seen. Wait, this movie's only rated PG? In 1987? Oh, it's fucked. Montage time and then an onslaught of anonymous women.
You're bound to overdo the super stud bit at first, but you'll know when enough is enough.
He heads to the club and look at this ensemble. This mermaid laying here just isn't very cohesive to running a bar. O'Brien stops by later with the devil himself, and it's James Coco! It turns out Dr. D wants Bradley to help him with the rise of evil that's coming up. All along, Hunk has been having sessions with Sonny that are completely useless, and they make the next session at Hunk's home. His boss calls during their session and lets Hunk or Bradley know that he needs the program right after Labor Day. That's not really a deadline.
Just a little. Come on. And ruin the surprise?
Ruin the surprise. You're a genius. A genius, you hear me?
That's not a good way to run a business. They hit the beach to talk, and here's a true asshole in a Jeep alert.
Oh, here comes Garrison. He's in reverse and out of control.
If he kills himself on camera, the ratings are gonna soar.
There is a dark power, Sonny. I'll prove it to you somehow.
Hey, you two, watch out!
Okay, sure. And now Hunk is famous. And then this obviously happens.
Think you hooked him?
The Jeep stunt was the clincher.
They plan to start World War III, but O'Brien may be having feelings for Hunk, and she also has a deal that expires on Labor Day. There must be some kind of cosmic point in this universe. Here's some free shit for being a famous hunk. And I guess he's his own corporation.
There you go.
Holy shit!
Waiting for something from Hunk Golden? Well, here it is. A person-to-person message. Stay the hell away from here!
Wow, he just went full asshole on his fans. There's some heart-to-heart stuff, and tomorrow is Labor Day. Thank God. Later that night, Bradley escapes hell and tells him, "Whoa, buddy, you have to change your shit so I don't get fucked here." Then they take him back. It's now Labor Day, and Hunk is going to be awarded the key to the city as Man of the Year from this asshole. Wow, look, a painted wooden key. Skeet looks like a low-rent Martin Cove and delivers this cheap shot, knocking Hunk out. He dreams about the future.
Brilliant stroke, Hunk.
Wow, the body count jumped in this movie real fucking quick.
Hunk,
Yeah, empty that clip into him. He wakes up at 10 till midnight. The Bronson movie? Hunk shoots down the offer, turning back into Bradley. Then Sonny changes into O'Brien, but she decides to stay with Bradley and changes into a princess. So they're together and he wrote some program. The end. Oh yeah, nod you perv. Of all the body-jumping movies of the era, Hunk is the worst. A whole hunk of the plot seems to have come from the film Oh God, You Devil. And that movie sucked too. The scenes with Hunk in the psychiatrist's office just stop the film in its tracks. And I know it's supposed to be O'Brien and all that, but even taking that into account, they just feel useless. It makes a movie that's already plodding along feel even longer. Another thing is that Hunk never really pays the consequences for when he's an asshole to his fans. They end up with sad faces when they get hosed, but nothing ever comes of it. After that point, who cares? At the end of the day, I think Hunk should have been an R-rated film. It's not really family-friendly enough to be a PG. I think you could have pushed the envelope a little bit more to at least get a PG-13, or go ahead and hit the R. Who knows, but at the end of the day, this film is a hunk of shit.
Oh, I got the whole thing on tape!